Alright guys, so we're out here, we got the car on the trailer, put the drag lights on the back, put some new wheel studs in it last week. You can see those other wheels are rubbing the car really bad. I need to try to clean that off. I'm not even going to say that it will come off, but it might. Quarter panel is covered in rubber from them welds. But I do have a new set of wheels for it in the garage. They're old LMR wheels or something, I don't really know. That's what the guy said. But we got some new studs in there. We got the drag lights on there because they fit a lot better, they don't rub. We're about to go to the racetrack. We're going to the Foxcast Media Ford Takeover at Jackson Dragway. Borrowed my buddy's trailer again, so shout out to them. We got everything loaded up, strapped down. Hopefully we got everything we need. Now this is my first time taking this car to the track, and it's just me, my brother, and my girlfriend. I don't have any of my dad or uncle or nobody going with me to make sure everything goes smooth, so pray for us. But everything should go all right. Car's on 5 pounds of boost. It's on wastegate. I bought some vacuum caps for it, and that way if I want to, I can cap off the T for the vacuum on as it goes in the intake, and it'll make 10 pounds of boost. But our first pass, we're just gonna feel it out, probably not leave as hard as possible, probably let off a little early, you know, make sure everything's good with the brakes and everything, find the shutdown, or not find the shutdown, but find the turn off, and just make sure everything goes smooth before we just nail it as hard as we can. But yeah, that's about the update for this. Everything's loaded up, we're about to head out, go get a little diesel, go get a little gas for the car. Then we're here to the racetrack, so it's about an hour away, and we're shooting to be there about 9:30. Alright guys, so we made 3 passes now. I'll probably put those in after this clip just because, I don't know, I forgot to film after each of them. We've just been rushing around trying to get everything sort of in shape. But we spun the first pass, ran like, I think it was a 950 or something, terrible. Second pass, it didn't spin, but I short shifted a little bit and I didn't leave too hard. It ran a 797, I think, at 98 mile an hour. And then our third pass we just ran, it ran like a 9 flat at like 80 mile an hour because I blew the tires off halfway down the track. So, it was growing, but halfway down the track, blew the tires off. What I really need to do is a better burnout. This is my first time out here on the track with a car that's actually decent, I guess. My other stuff was, I was running that extended cab truck, which is slow and it's not gonna spin. And these tires are also from 2014, or maybe they're 2011, I can't remember, but super old, so they don't get as sticky as they used to. A new set would really do me some justice, but we might only get one more pass for the day before we gotta go, so probably try to do as good of a burnout as I can next time, maybe even overdo the burnout, and then just lay it to it, try to hold the shift all the way out till about 6,000 RPM, shift it. Yeah, I don't know, we're gonna see, but overall, I'm happy to be here. It's our first outing, can't complain very much. We'll definitely have to get it back out some more frequently now that I know that it's going to perform decent. More comes down to me doing the better burnout and staying in it longer. But the car's performing good. I can't really complain. It'll probably blow up next pass since I said that. It's running good. I am staying in it and kind of pedaling it a little bit and getting back in it when it spins, just because it doesn't feel like it's trying to walk around on me. So I feel pretty confident in staying in it. You know, usually if it's a faster car, you spin, you probably just let out. I'm not trying to be a hero or nothing, but the car really don't kick out. It seems like something's wrong with my locker because it's only spinning one tire when it starts spinning on the track. But it does have a locker in it. Well, I guess a limited slip, not a locker. But it does spins them both in the burnout, and then when it starts getting spinning on the track, it only does one tire. So that's probably part of our problem. I think if it hooked both, we'd probably either kick out more or we'd hook one
it too. But that's about it for this update. Next video will probably be our next pass, and then probably the final update for the video.
Go ahead.
Alright guys, so we're back home. Didn't get a chance to update you guys at the track. We were sitting there waiting, hoping we were going to get to make another pass. We could have, but they didn't announce that they were opening the lanes for testing. They never came over the speaker and said it. And we had to leave a little early. My girlfriend had somewhere to be tonight. She had already had that planned out, and I came up with this in the middle of the week. So I'm not going to, make you miss whatever you had planned. Because I just came up with this in the middle of the week. So we'll just go. We'll leave around 2 o'clock, and we'll get back here about 3:30. So anyways, we didn't get to make another pass, so our fastest pass ended up being 784 at 90 miles an hour, which is not bad, don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but I know the car is capable of a whole lot more, but this was our first time out, and I just wanted to, get a little shakedown, feel it out, make sure everything was okay with it, all the brakes and stuff, it wasn't going to do nothing crazy, break up like that. Now you'll see in our last run, which will be probably the clip before this, you'll see the car, it left pretty good, and the problem with that is I had my hand on the shifter when we took off like a big idiot. So when it left, I accidentally clicked it in the second, like as soon as I hit the back of the seat. That's on me. Slammed it back into first. I'm a goofball, don't care. Slammed it back into first, and I had been short shifting all day, and I was like, I'll be danged if I short shift this car again. I'll bang the limiter before I do. So that's what you hear about. Probably 300 foot out, I hit the rev limiter, shift in the second, car starts breaking up on me a little bit. Don't think it enjoyed the rev limiter too much, but that's okay, because still ran 780, our fastest pass of the day, and we didn't have to work on the car at all. The only thing I did was adjust the shocks 2 clicks, because it did start wheel hopping a little bit on that first pass, and something I need to do better at is a longer burnout for sure, because when I don't do that, now, and I should mention these tires are about 14 years old, so that's a big problem. The new setup would really help us out, but it wheel hopped. It's fun. I let out, kind of pedaled it, and I got back in and started wheel hopping, so I kind of let out of it on that. Sorry guys, just kind of let out of it on that first pass. So that was the story behind that. Ran like a 950, terrible, but that was the first pass ever. It's just me, my girlfriend, my brother. I don't have no one there, throwing advice at me that's been racing for a long time. None of that. So we were just figuring it all out on our own. But I did talk to one of the guys I know that was there. And we came to the conclusion we should probably stiffen the shocks up a little bit. So I went 2 clicks up on the shocks, never wheel hop again. Did a good burnout on that next pass, and I think we ran a 890 on that one, I believe.
790.
790, sorry guys. I don't know if I said 780 earlier or not. I might have said 880, but it was 784 was our fastest pass. But we ran a 790 on that third pass, second pass, sorry. First pass was bad, second pass was decent. Third pass was bad. Am I saying this right, cameraman?
First was bad, second was good, third was bad, fourth was good.
Yeah, so on my first and my third burnout, just underperformed on it. Didn't know. Sorry guys, first time on the racetrack with something that's actually quick. Last time it was with that truck, if you can see that. I don't know if you can or not, but if you can see it, it was with that. That truck is slow. It's not turboed or anything, just cammed. Had a 4L60 at the time, has a 4L80 now, so it's even slower. But overall, I cannot complain with the car. It did great. It didn't give me no headaches. There's a drill bit in my floor. I don't want to run that over. It didn't give me no headaches. We were able to just beat on it pretty much all day. No issues. Not on the last because I don't know. Might have heard it on that last pass. I doubt it. It's only on 5 pounds of boost and 15 degrees of timing. You have to really be doing something to hurt this car on that type of tuning. But that's it for the car side of things. So then we get to the trailer. I borrowed my buddy's dad's trailer again, the one that we took to Ellis Fest, which I haven't posted that video yet. I might post it before this one. I might never post it because it sucks, but we'll see what I decide on that. So we get to the trailer. Everything's cool on the way there. It's a great trailer, really nice, 18-foot trailer, 2-foot dove on it. Really nice. Love the trailer. Pulls great. Everything's good. And then, we're on the way home. We make it home. backed the trailer up in my yard because I live on kind of like a 1-lane road. And so I backed it up while we, got everything else situated. Then I was gonna pull the trailer out on the street and unload the car. Well, I get out of the truck and I see the wiring harness for the trailer is just laying on the ground, just ripped right out of the plug. Don't know where the plug went, don't know how it ripped out of the plug, don't know if it caught something, don't know what happened. So then I had to go buy a new plug for that. Then I come back home to put it on. And I'm sitting there, there's supposed to be a white wire for a ground, everything on the internet says. So I open it up, only thing white I see is a little piece of paper. So I'm like cutting that back, I'm like, is there a wire in here? Turns out, no wire in there, right? And I'm like, well, the trailer has to have a ground somewhere. So then me and cameraman over here, we get into a disagreement. Cameraman is my twin brother. So we get into a disagreement, you know how brothers work. And he's like, no, black can't be ground, it can't be ground, it can't be ground. I'm like, it's gotta be the ground. But regardless, we come to the conclusion, we're not gonna hook the black up, and we'll hook everything else up, and we'll plug it in and see if it works. So we plug it in. Now, cameraman says everything worked. Now, I don't know. I didn't look for myself. Trust his word on that one. But immediately enough, as soon as we pull out into the street with the trailer and unload the car, and I'm going to take it back to my buddy and his dad, nothing works. One blinker, one bulb, and one blinker works. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? And so then we're like, well, screw it. We'll just take it back apart. We'll strip that black wire. We'll hook it up to the ground. And what do you know? Everything works again perfectly fine. So that was the moral of that story. That's racing, bud, I guess. But I'm not going to complain too much because the car did great. And you know what? At the end of the day, it's night.